What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jermane'S. Listen, I promise this will be my last video about Peru. Well, not my last video. I have my Huacachina and Paracas shots to upload, but you guys know that I was in Peru for a few days ago, and I posted a whole lot of content about Peru, the food, the culture, the um, the safety of some parts, according to some viewers. Not all of Lima where I was is safe. I was like in a bubble, which I'm not from there, so I agree to a certain extent. I was probably in a bubble for real. So yeah, so this. I posted a whole lot of content about why I went to Peru, but this is the real reason why I went to Peru, which I'm going to unfold to you today. Listen, the reason why I went to Peru is I was seeing on, the Passport Boys posting a whole lot about Peru, about the women and the culture and stuff like that. Full disclosure, I'm married and stuff like that, but I wanted to see those boys in action, to see what they were doing down there. Well, unfortunately, I didn't run into any one of those Passport Boys. I was looking high and low for anyone from the States. And well, I met a guy from Canada, and he fit the criteria. I think he was a Passport Boy, Passport Bro, and he was down there looking for woman. You know what I mean? He was looking for somebody to get with or whatever it is. I had a conversation with him. He's from Canada, mind you, and he was like, "Oh, my friend that I came down here to meet, we were supposed to go to Cusco together, stood me up, and she was like, had to vote on the Monday, and the whole voting system was crazy, and she didn't get a chance to get out with me because she had to vote and whatever it is." So I don't know. I don't know if he was actually telling the truth or not, but that's one of the major reasons why I went to Peru, just to see those guys in action. A lot of guys from America going down there, not only Peru, but like a lot of South American countries, just to establish residency and establish family and try to build a family down there. So I was just trying to see um, what and how they operate down there. Not only that, too, mind you, again, everywhere in the world, every major country in the world has their issues. Every major country is not like heaven, or it doesn't, you know, it's not like the whole, everywhere has its issues. I don't know what's going on with me. I just wake up, guys. I'm stuttering a little bit, but every country in the world has some sort of issue they're dealing with, and a lot of us might think America um, is all a bed of rose, but it's actually not. And at some point, I might want to leave the United States. Maybe not now. And I have traveled a few countries over the world, and I'm not a super duper um, traveler. I'm just starting to get into traveling and try to explore the world and see different places. Man, I've been to a few countries, and I'm actively looking for a society where I could, like I could like get into, or I could like really assimilate into and retire to a certain extent, And Peru, based on what I was reading, fit the criteria. And I know you guys are gonna say, "Hey, I'm just looking to go into the safe areas, and Lima is not so safe," and But yeah, I get it, guys. I get the two side of the story. I understand. Like the areas I was really prospecting, which I could possibly get a second home is probably Miraflores, Barranco, and probably those two areas. I was really looking to, like to see if sometime in the future, if God's willing, and I want to leave the United States for extended period of time or whatever it is, I could really have a second home in that area. Not only that, not only Peru, but I just went to Peru just to see that, just to see what the living structure was, to see the cost of living. I want to see how friendly the people were. I want to see how easy it is I can really ascend in that society, or the job aspects, and what I could do if I'm retired and I'm living there, and what I can do if I could start a business there, if I could really I just want to see how easy it is to really host foreigners, and really and the aspects of really moving there and establishing a residence or establishing a second home. But all being said, I really enjoyed the area I was in. And again, I have to keep reminding myself that a lot of people in my videos, if you guys go and watch some of the videos I posted, are saying that I was in a bubble. And I get it. I was probably in a bubble, but I want to say in this part of my life, I'm looking for safety, and I'm not looking for trouble. You know what I mean? So regardless if I was in a bubble or not, I was just looking for places I could easily go to and live for a couple of years or whatever it is. And to be honest, Miraflores really fit that criteria. It does fit that criteria. And yeah, the weather is good there. The the scenes and stuff like that, like the water, and everything is just absolutely phenomenal there. Another reason why I went too, and that reason I didn't get to really enjoy that. I wanted to go to Cusco, and I wanted to climb the Mount Machu Picchu, and I didn't get to do that because for some reason I didn't know I have to book way in advance. And when I tried to book, they were sold out, and I had a limited amount of time in Peru, so it was a disappointment on my part. I should have really did much more research and know that I have to book well in advance to really go climb the mountain and stuff like that. But yeah, that was my main reason to wanting to go to Peru. I wanted to see these boys in action, and actually, well, it wasn't someone from America. It was a Canadian guy that I met who was really down there for love, and I'm not gonna disclose his name, and and I hope to God that he really find what he was looking for. He said he was gonna be there for like a month and a half, and he was just traveling. I met him because we did the Paracas and Aquachina trip together, and he was asking, "Where you guys from?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm from the States." Oh, yeah. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Canada, and I'm down here for a little while now. I was running with the locals, but yesterday my friend, she was supposed to go with me on this trip, and she leave me hanging." But I was like, again, guys, like, I'm not judging anyone, and I'm not judging him, because, like, listen, this is just life, man. Sometimes we are in these places, we don't understand, what life is about, and you want to see life from all different lenses, man. You want to see life from all different lenses, and traveling is important, and knowing and meeting different people is absolutely important. So that was one of my major reasons to get into Peru, and I'm going to be exploring a lot of South American countries. Because honestly, I think I'm living in a bubble here in the United States. I travel to Canada a lot. At this point, I go to Canada like 3, 4 times a year. I have family in Canada, so I'm gonna like limit my Canadian trips and really explore South America because I'm looking for that place to call a second home sometime in the future, if not now. So I'm having eyes on Chile and having eyes on Panama. Well, Panama is Central America, but and I'm having eyes on Costa Rica. I have a lot on my plate um, to get off the bucket list. I really do. So I might take a trip to Chile in the near future. Um, Not only South American countries I'm looking into too. I'm looking at like South Asian countries and stuff like that, which is absolutely great. I heard good things about some of these places. I've seen because I'm actively on YouTube watching guys who travel. Not only guys but gals too who travel to some of these places and who really like enjoy it and have good things to say about some of these places. And some of these places are relatively safe, man. Some of these places are relatively safe. Like here in America, it is generally safe, but not everywhere is safe. So that's the same thing. I would assume that you know everywhere has its issues, and everywhere has areas that some places here in America you can't even go as a black man, or as well you can go there as a black man, but like you're not going to be welcome there. You're not going to be treated, you know, like a black man should be treated, or like how a human being should be treated. So everywhere has its issues, guys. Everywhere does. And that's it, man. You have to like really talk to people, know people, understand people, find out what people are about. And some of the conversations I had with people down there in Miraflores, um, they are like expat who really moved from the United States. Some of them are, or maybe they were, some of them born in Peru and lived here in the States for a while, and then they moved back to Peru and decided to live back in Peru and just stay there and just come to the States for a while because uh, one thing with the United States, once you're like naturalized here as a United States citizen, you could go live anywhere in the world and have the ability to come back here and whenever you can, even just to come vacation here or whatever it is, and you could, you know, keep your address here or whatever it is, and have your banking and stuff set up here, and have stuff going on for you here as well because you're a United States citizen. And if you're like a resident now on a green card or stuff or so, you cannot leave for more than 6 months or so. I think that's what the law is. So once you're naturalized, you could go live anywhere. That's what one of the guy was telling me. Like, hey, listen, I just keep my American passport because that's the gateway to the world. You could, on that passport, I can travel anywhere. Nah, it's Peruvian guy. He born in Peru, but he moved to the States with his family when he was around 15. He said he did 35 years here in the States, and then he moved back right before COVID in 2020. And he was saying, man, when I moved back right after COVID and COVID hit, man, pisco. I was drinking a lot of pisco, like pisco was, I think pisco is their alcohol down there. It was like, man, that's what I was drinking to really get this virus away from me, because everyone was getting sick around me. So we had a good talk, we had a good conversation, we chopped it up. I didn't record that because I was being like very, very, very respectful. I didn't want to push, I didn't want to have like a stuff, like put the camera in his face, whatever it is. And it was a time too. I was running and I met him while I was running. So I didn't have my device and stuff like that. I would have asked him for like an interview or whatever it is. But yeah, he said, man, I moved back here right before COVID, and I was drinking a lot of Fisco when COVID hit. And I just keep my passport because, tomorrow I can get up. He's retired too. He's in tech and software. He's retired too, and was like, man, I could get up tomorrow and just fly to Miami and stay, I have a condo in Miami and stay there for a couple of days. And then I could fly to Europe. I mean, my Peruvian passport actually opens door for me down here in South America too. So I'm just living it, man. I was like, man, that's good. I'm really happy for you. That's a good thing. So, that's it, guys. Those were my reasons for going down to Peru. I wanted to see the Passport Boys in action, and I'm actively looking for a place outside of the United States where I can establish a residence sometime in the future. So my accent might give away that I am Jamaican as well. Yes, I am Jamaican, Yardman, yep. And I love Jamaica 100%, but maybe I won't retire there. I won't go back to Jamaica like my friend that I met who was born in Peru went back to Peru. I could do that. I could go back to Jamaica at some point in time in the future. I could do that. Or I could actually look for somewhere to establish residence. Because, one thing with Jamaicans are loved all over the world. And I'm Jamaican first. That's my first country before I come to the United States. I'm a born Jamaican. So Jamaicans are loved all over the world, and Jamaicans can go anywhere and survive. If you know what I mean. If you know, you know. So yeah. So yeah, man, I'm excited for the coming months. As I said, I'm gonna be hitting up other South American countries just to get out this bubble I'm in right here in the States, just to get out of this bubble and explore places, man. It's good. It was good doing that. So remember, guys, it's your boy Jermane'S Views. Please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, and just go on the journey with me, and I document everything and show you guys how it works out. I'm currently driving into work, guys. Let me show you what's going on here. Yeah, I'm in I-95, 84 highway here in Connecticut. So I got my dash cam thing here. You know how it is. So on and so forth. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think, guys. If that was a good enough reason to travel to a country, or what you think. Please drop your opinion or views in the comment section of this video, and let me know what you think, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like the video as well. And yeah, man, take it easy, guys. Have a blessed and productive day. I see y'all.